Coming in hot from Arizona, this is Trevor
and Troy Howard.
And you're on So Tell Us Time. You can have everything you want in your business. Sometimes you just need a little help.
Every business owner would love to charge more for their services, but sometimes you can sacrifice long-term loyalty for a short-term profit.
Creating the right rituals is key to your business having success.
Are you tired of competing with your competitors? Guess what? You don't have to compete if you create.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of So Tell Us Time. We're super excited to be here with you guys today. We're actually going to be heading out tomorrow for an event in Houston. So for all of our friends that are going to be in Houston, we will see you guys in just a day or so. So we're excited for that. Troy's going to be speaking on stage. We're going to be talking about marketing, what your website should and shouldn't do for you, how it can be or should be your best employee. So it's going to be really educational, really awesome. People are going to be walking away going, man, my website does not do what it should do. I can tell you that much. His presentation is phenomenal. Troy is killer at it. If you've ever seen him on stage, you know what I'm talking about. So, but today we're going to be talking about the limitations of online marketing. See, what happens is a lot of times in people's businesses is they look at a certain avenue of revenue. So online marketing is an avenue of revenue, and they will sometimes judge that based on the overall business success. And there's a problem with that because there's a difference between the relationship of online marketing and your overall business success. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Troy, jump in. What do you want to tell them about what we've got going on?
Yeah, so I think really what I want to talk about first is, like you mentioned, Trevor, you really need, different avenues of revenue coming into your business, right? You shouldn't be relying on one. And for example, like with Sotellus, right? We're out there, we're selling Sotellus, and obviously we're really good at online marketing because that's what we've been doing for the last 25 years. But that is not where all of our sales come from. We don't put all of our eggs in that one basket of online marketing. We built several different avenues of revenue to bring in sales for the Sotellus platform. So for example, we do have obviously the online marketing. We do, Google ads. And as you mentioned before in other podcasts, we spend a ton of money with Google, driving traffic to our website to generate, sales that way. But, that's about a third of our sales that come in. We also go out and speak at events, just like we're going to be doing next week. We pay to have booths at these events. They invite us to be speakers at this event, and we do that. And about a third of our sales come in from events every single year. And then we've also spent a lot of time building up our referral partner program, where, we have partners out there that are referring over new business to us. We also have our customers that refer their friends and family over to us. And that's about a third of our business as well. So we really have broken it into 3 different channels that we have sales coming in from every single channel. So it's really important as a business owner to not put all those eggs in one basket and say, hey, this is the one thing that's going to work for my business, and that's the only way I'm going to market, right? You should be able to split it up among different avenues.
Yeah, basically, if we were only doing online marketing, we would be giving up 66% of the other business that comes in, the other clientele that comes in. We'd only be gaining that 33%. And that's what I feel like a lot of businesses are missing or misunderstanding about different avenues of revenue. They want to look at one avenue, and a lot of them want to look at online marketing. I mean, we talk to businesses all day long. In fact, I've got a story of that. I was just speaking with a client the other day, and they're doing online marketing. They're doing PPC, SEO, article services like content marketing, and they are spending $3,500 a month. Now, from that $3,500 a month, they're generating about $45,000 in sales every month. But when I was talking to this customer the other day, they were saying, I'm just really not super happy with that. I'm really not super happy because my business is down 50% in the month of October. It was down 50% from the previous year. And I'm going, okay. And so he's like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is it's down 50%. And I said, right. But you're looking at this from the wrong perspective. Are you expecting that $3,500 a month in online marketing is going to make up? And when we say 50%, I'm talking this guy's doing $500,000 a month. And this year he did that in October of last year. And now he's doing $250,000 in October of this year. And so I can see where, I mean, I get where like that angst is, right? He's like, I'm down half and I need money, I need business. And I get that perspective. But the problem is what he's doing is he's shifting that and putting all that weight on the marketing. And he's only spending $3,500 a month for that. $3,500 a month is not going to generate you $250,000 in business. That's just is what it is. And so it's like I had to talk to him and say, like, look, but what you're spending is like 15 timesing itself. It's very valuable and profitable. You're spending $3,500 on average, and you're generating $45,000 plus on average month over month. So you can kind of see after having multiple months of that what the $3,500 is going to do. So the thing is if you want to generate more from online marketing, you might have to spend more money. And I'm not saying that's always the answer, because guess what? There is like a threshold. You're going to spend, you're going to find where this tops out. Okay. You can spend, and we've talked about this in the past where we were spending $15,000 a month on PPC. Then we went to $20,000 a month. Then we went to $25,000 a month. And the thing was, at $25,000 a month, we weren't really seeing a significant increase from that $20,000 a month. And so we had to adjust, and we brought it down to about $23,000 a month. And that's where we found that we maximized our dollar per lead, right? And so we found that top out end. And that's the thing is it's like, so either you're going to have to try spending more money if you want to generate more money, or realistically, you just need to give credit where credit is due. When you're spending $3,500 a month and you're generating $45,000 a month, that is phenomenal return. That's amazing return. That's great. And so the problem is that a lot of times, and we see this over and over and over again, a business will take one avenue of revenue, right? One avenue of marketing, and they will base how successful it is on the overall health and profitability of their business. But that's really not what it's meant for. It's a avenue of revenue, not the only avenue of revenue. If it is, well, that's a whole nother story, because you should definitely have, as we've talked about in past podcasts, multiple avenues of revenue, right?
Absolutely. So anything else, Trevor, you want to go over before we get to the homework?
No, I think what we can learn from that is that, it's online marketing is a valuable asset for any business, but it's not like a magical solution that guarantees growth exponentially, right? There's many factors that your overall business's growth is going to include, like market conditions, competition, economic fluctuations. There's a lot of things, like people will say that all the time to me. Well, last year I did, and I'm going, whoa, why are we talking about last year? Last year was a year ago. It was 12 months ago. And there are so many different factors that came into play from last year to this year. And I'm not going to go into them. A lot of them, have to do with multiple different things. Some of them are controversial, so we're not going to talk about that here on So Tell Us Time. But there are many factors of why a business is doing worse or better a year from itself, from the previous, that you can't gauge. I don't care what you did 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago. It's what is the economy today, and what is your business doing today? And then how do you deal with that and maximize that? And again, one of the answers is going to be multiple avenues of revenue. So anything else you got? Does that spur anything?
No, I think that's great.
Perfect. Okay. So homework for today, take a look at your various forms of marketing and make sure that you are not putting all your eggs in one basket. come up with at least 3 different ways that you can market your business. If you are just heavily relying on, and what's crazy is even people will break it down even further than that. And they will, there's multiple avenues of revenue with online marketing. But some people will be like, they will just do PPC, pay per click, the 3 ads on top. Some people will just do that. And they're like gauging their business solely on that one avenue of online marketing. Or SEO or content marketing. It's like, but no, you need to have multiple avenues of revenue. You need to look at your online marketing as a whole and what are you doing there? What does it produce? You need to look at what does your offline marketing look like? Is it flyers? Is it mailers, door knockers, things like that? But you need to be looking at these different avenues and determining what aren't you currently doing and what could you implement. And maybe not this week, obviously, but what could you start to get ready for the new year, let's say, because we're just a couple of months away from that. So, all right, guys. Well, we love you. We appreciate you. You guys are super awesome. And we will check you guys out on the next episode of So Tell Us Time.